Right, I've routed a bit of a sketch art. I've got a vertical line across there, some rocks. Thought I'd do another beach sort of scene. There's some rocks and that on beach, gonna have some stuff, it's a bit of sea and that. Right, let's crack on. Want the sky in. In fact, I don't think it matters if I go straight through there. I'm not go straight through with my sky, but I can go straight through with my water. Try that brush a bit. But, blue sky, any blue what you've got, don't panic. Wherever you've got, just use that. It's not what colour blue you use, not that important. In fact, let's just do that in long stripes like that, working the way back up. Because I don't like it. Or I've done that, I want that smooth, you know what I mean? It were a bit chunky. I'd put the bits in. Right, so that's it. Oh, actually, I've just thought, on each side of this sky, there were a little bit of purple coming in. So I've got to sort of smooth that in there. Just a little bit. From coming in from both sides. So, there, that's... Trying to sort of smooth that out completely now. Let's just come from this side and just go all the way across, just to smooth it out completely. That's it. I do want a smooth look on it. That's it. That's nice. See that hint of that purple in there? Perfect. But I didn't want the chunky bits in. You know what I mean? So that's that. That's that sorted. Right. Now then, I'm going to use my palette knife for this. So I'll have some of that blue out of that sky. I'll pop some of that in. I'm just mixing a few different colours up, popping them in here with my palette knife. So a bit of purple, we've got a bit of purple in that sky, so I'll lay a bit of purple in here. This is my rocks, probably guessed that. Let's have a bit more of that purple, a bit of that blue mixed. Down there like that. More of that blue. I think that will do for a minute. Get the scraper. Scrape that into some rocky shapes. There. That's it. So I'm scraping and pressing. Yeah, if you haven't got a palette knife, you probably haven't, because it's not really a, not really a watercolouring tool. But if you haven't got one, don't worry, because you can get the flat of your card and just press it on like that. Or put it on with a brush and just scrape it with your card. I just fancied using my palette knife. Let's get a bit in there and bring it across like that. See, quite a lot of blue in there, so I'll bring a bit of brown back in. Don't worry too much about out, because you're going to be scraping some out. Out you don't like, you can scrape out. Look at that, it's looking nice, isn't it? Oh wow, I'm liking this. And some scrapes with card and all, some extra textures in, and then same again with card. Out I don't like, I can scrape back out again with my palette knife, so I can keep backwards and forwards in. Let's have a look what we got here. Let's chuck a bit of greeny brown in, just to because I can. Why not? Some dark colours there. Too dark perhaps. Not to worry, because I can scrape them back out into there. And in fact, what I think I might do in a minute, just because it's easy to get some control, take a bit of that. What I might do in a minute, I could use a smaller palette knife, but I think what I'm going to do is just get my brush and just use my brush for a second, just to get them detailed bits in bottom there. That's it, a bit of that, a bit of purple, Bit of that brown. Yeah. Bit in there. Bit in something like that. That's it. Just to there. And then back in with scraper. Scraping some little rock details. And like I say, if I get carried away with this, don't have to worry. I just come straight back in again. With either my palette knife or my paintbrush. Take out I don't like. Pop back in out where I do like. It's like a big, say like here, and this bit here. Get a bit of that green and a bit of this bit here. It's like a big sort of bit like that, something like that. That's it. And if I scrape that up there with that one, that's it. There, that's nice. And then put some more scrapey bits in there. That's it. I'll tell you what, I'm just thinking this edge of this rock's not quite strong enough, so I'll pop that in. A bit of that green and a bit of that purple, just to change it. Pop a bit of that in a bit stronger. That's it. And just scrape that. There, and I think that's a nice rock. That'll do me at that. That's sound. Right. There's a tiny ickle one there. Stick that one in. And same here. Little one there. Stick that one in. Now, what I think I might do with this one, let's get a dark bottom. And just darken that bottom bit. Only so there's a bit of an highlight on that. I've stuck that bottom bit in, but I've sort of done it with my brush. Having said that, I'll give it a bit of a scrape with this. This is another thing I use. That's just a pointed brush look again, like that. It's another good one you can use. Get some little. That's good for little pebbles and stuff. For little rocks, that one. But there you are. That's sort of rough idea of what you can do. Right. Now then, I think what I'll do now. Let's wash my brush. I think what I might do now is this C area, and then I may as well work my way down the page. So, I tell you what, I forgot to do. Can I do it now? Should be okay. Tell you what I forgot to do. I wanted to do it while it was slightly damp, and only slightly damp, but it don't matter. I'm just gonna pop in. There's just a little. There's an hair off my brush, and another hair on my brush. This is where your nice chiselled edge comes in of your hike brush, because you can just get that chiselled edge. Look at that. Don't know if that might be a tiny bit too pale, because that's gonna stick a tiny bit more in, just because I'm thinking that's gonna it's gonna dry lighter. That is that too strong now? Let me wipe that on my tea towel. That's it. I'll go a bit higher there. No, yeah, you've got to always think it's going to dry lighter, so if you want it slightly stronger, then go for it. See that then, and that'll dry lighter, that will, for definite. Right, so that's that. Be careful now, because I don't want my sea colour to bleed into that, so shall I give that a little dry, that little bit a little dry. That's good, nice, yeah, light. I don't mind if it bleeds in a little bit, that looks quite nice. I don't want it bleeding in a lot. So that should be okay. It's not bone dry. If it bleeds a little bit, not going to matter. Right, I've mixed like a bluish green, so I'm thinking this sea. Oh, in fact, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my land in here first. So I'll wash my brush again. Get a bit of this land in here. In fact, let's wet all this. Let's wet it all. Clean water, cleanish water. I'm a nightmare if I'm not cleaning my water. I need to clean it more regular. There. Bit of clean water in there, cleanish water. And tell you what, let's go straight through all that. I can't bother messing about. I can scrape out what drips in there. I can scrape out. Right. So let's get a tiny bit more red in that. Just a little bit green colour. A bit more red. I'm just mixing up. If you've got some raw umber, perfect. Get some raw umber. Or some yellow ochre. I ain't got none, so I'm having to mix my own. So I'm just mixing a cream colour. I don't need a lot. So I'll pop that in there with that brush, and I'll just grab another brush, wash it, and soften that colour in. So I use 2 brushes for a minute. So, now this is going to be going into that sea there, getting thinner and thinner as it goes across. And that's nice. Oh my jubbly. Yeah, it's going to get thinner as it goes across into that sea. As the sea gets deeper, you'd see less and less of the sand. So that's my idea, you see. And you could do 2 things. You could either dry that, but I'm going to do wet in wet, I think. You could dry that and then glaze over the top. But I think I'm going to just do a wet in wet technique. I reckon that'll suit me for this. So, some sea. Actually, let's just dampen this paper again. There. Get a bit of sea in there. Just slightly. I wonder whether to soften that a bit. Let's get this brush with just water on. I'm not sure if that sea looked a bit too strong. So if I just do that, there we are. That's better. Just looked a bit strong. Oh, this is looking nice. Oh, I'm liking the look of this now. Then see how it's going to gradually hit that and change colour slightly. That's what you want. That's what it'd do as it got shallower and shallower. It'd hit that and change colour slightly. Now that is looking nice. Like that. I think I'm just going to just smooth in a few more bits. On my brush with just water on again now. Just picking up some of this paint, smoothing it in. Oh, see how that brown's bleeding at the bottom of that rock? Perfect. Making a nice shadow under that rock. I'll stick some of them in as well in a minute. Some shadows under them rocks. What time are we on? Oh, we're doing good for time. So I don't want to take up all day of your time. Have you ever noticed I can tell a lot about a person's personality by what they're like? Crazy. It's a crazy, crazy world. That's it. Just dip in some more cleanish water and come across a bit more. Let's add a tiny bit more paint into that. Not too much. That should be plenty. Across into there. And that just looks like that. That sea coming in and hitting that beach nice. And I could pull some of that way as well, couldn't I? Just with this same damp brush. Blending the 2 into each other. So it's like re-wetting that. Pulling it back across that way. There. Then back across that way, and backwards and forwards like that. Oh boy, doubly, that'll do me. That's nice. Right, I tell you what I need to do. Let's just dampen this bit in here. This bit in here, just filled up with. I'll have this bit just as a little rock puddle, little rock pool. So same colour, not strong. Same colour, just in there. Little rock pool. Is that too strong? That's alright, isn't it? I think. Something like that. And I think what I'll do, because that rock pool's shallow, I think I'll put some of that browny colour in as well. Maybe it's from one side, the shallowest side a little bit more. But I think this would all be a bit shallow. There, that's nice, that's nice, I like that. Right, let's wash that brush. I'm just thinking now, into all that, I think I need now a bit of a sort of shadow colour. I've got to be careful not to go too strong, but I'm thinking a bit of reflections off this Watercolour. On this water, off these rocks, that's what I'm trying to say. I think even up on that land you probably might have a little bit on the wet sand. But I don't know, I might leave the wet sand bit. You definitely have some under here. Reflecting them little rocks there, some there. Something like that. Tell you what I'm just looking at. Just here. Get a bit of blue. Just here I've left a gap around that rock there. I'll try and colour it in. Right. Might look a bit weird that, I don't know. There, if I blend that in like that so it looks like ickle waves. Just blend it. There was just a gap around that rock, looked a bit strange. There, I think that's done it, that's it. Just got to watch for these little things you see. Actually might be as well with a little brush sorting this out. Just do that with a little brush, look. That's just for them reflections, slight reflections of them rocks. And I think they might even be a bit right up onto that beach, maybe. Just wet that brush right through now. Yeah, that's good. Wet the brush through, look. Come in like that. That looks nice. Right, I think what I'm going to do in a minute is have a dry before that water moves all over the place. Let's have a do it gently. That's not bad, that's semi-dry. I think I'm going to just pop in. Where's that brush gone I've just had there? I think I'm going to just pop in. Just maybe a tiny bit more. Something like that, and then a damp brush and just a couple of extra hints or something. I think it's just sort of not quite enough. Something like that looks nice, doesn't it? Like that. Wet my brush. That one's a bit strong, look. Just wet my brush. Smooth any of them that's slightly strong, just smooth them out. That looks better, doesn't it? Just a tiny bit stronger under here, look, tiny bit. I'm thinking under there, especially that one there. Don't look. No, it's only a little thing, but it still needs a reflection. That's nice. And then under there and all like that. Wet my brush, soften. Look at that. It's like a nice reflection, doesn't it, that? What time are we on? How fast we're going? We need to be on time. Oh, time's ticking. It's ticking. Right, let's dry all that now then. We've still got quite a lot to do. I don't know if that looks straight, them reflections. Paper's cockling that much, I can't sort of tell if them reflections look straight. Let's try and pull this paper a bit straighter so I can see. Let's clip that there. Tempted to put a little clip there. Yeah, no, I think it's okay. I'll have my waves coming across here. Right, so I'll put my waves in there. Could do, I suppose. Yeah, let's put some waves in now then. Right, so waves are easy. It's just this is designer's white gouache, I call it. Some people call it gouache. Designer's white gouache. And these are just little waves. And they've faded right back. Get this straight out of tube. That's better. Took some straight out tube now. I'm just trying to see where I've just gone. I think I went across something like that. That's looking nice anyway. There. Little waves. Oh yeah. I likes that. And then I'm going to get a smaller brush. Let's have a look. Right, straight front tube again, I think. There. Something like that. Sometimes you sort of see a little pattern in your paint and you can sort of follow it. And that looks nice when you do that sometimes. See how it's fading back already? You can end up sticking a few layers on this as it keeps fading back. But it don't matter, you just keep going back in, popping a few layers on, it's not to worry about. Just try and get it looking natural. Say a bit there, like that. Say a bit there. They're just little waves coming up onto the beach. These up. Right, I'm just thinking. Right. Let's have a few. I'll just have one more there, like that, like one, a tiny faint one, and then I think I'll have a few fainter ones back here, sort of more going like that. That's it, they're a bit fainter, them ones. Oh, sort of something like that, that's not bad. Quite look white then. Just have a bit of grub in my colour. So a bit more. I'll sit back in a second and just have a look at this and see what I'm thinking. I think I'm about there with this. Something like that. That's not looking bad to me. That's nice. Right, that'll do. We're struck for time. If that dries and fades away too much, then just let it completely dry, come back in, stick some more in. We're struggling for time. Right, because I don't want to keep you all day. Right, let's have a look. So let's get this jobber again. Tell me what, let's pop that clip there now. Pop that one. Pop these, move these clips around. Now, not this second. Right. Take that one. Put that one there. There. That's better. I've got to leave it so I can get to all these with my scraper. Right, let's go. So, got a bit of green, a bit of brown, a bit of purple I think is on there. Oh, look at that. Try and get some of that purple in, that's looking nice. Bit of that blue. So you can mix all these colours. All lovely, lovely. Look at the state of that knife underneath there. That's it. Get them all in. Whack them in like that. Gradually getting you some nice rock shapes, look. There we are. Look at that, lovely. Oh yes. Move that across a bit. Right, let's get some that bit of purple. Come right up to this top bit, look. Into there. Into there. Bit of that brown. Down there. That's it. Mixing them colours about, look like that. How nice does that look? So I've got a bit of palette knife stuff on there. That I can take down like that. scrape it down with my palette knife, blend it all in, look at that. Right, quickly before it dries, this is where you scrape the actual rocky highlights in. And see how it pulls the paint, and you get them lumps of paint. That gives you then your lowlights, you see. It's nice, isn't it? Brilliant. So I think down here, let's just get a lot of different sort of colours on here if I can. Just get in here, look, just sort of that in there. Some of that green, that'd be nice. There, that looks nice, doesn't it? That looks interesting, I think that. It's like an interesting... That's all you want, just something what looks interesting. Right, I can move that to there now, I think. I think I'll do the same on this side with this one. Get this green first, whack that in that bottom bit there. It's a bit more watery. Then this blue. Pull that blue out of there. Oh, look at that. Then this brown. Up to there. I definitely want some of this purple. That's a nice colour. If you want to mix a lot, blend it back with that green. Lovely, right. Then what we got on here? Bit of green, bit of brown. Let's have a look. Bit of that green, bit of that brown. Look into these rocks. Look. A bit more of that brown, bit more of that purple, a bit more of that blue. There. Same again. I'll do it so I can only move my thing. Do it so you can see it. Scratching in some rocks. Be careful not to splash everywhere like I'm doing. But there's just some nice rocky shapes in there. Like I say, them bits like them thick bits where you scrape the paint across, they leave you your nice low light. It's that there. See if I can. Didn't want that like that. See if I can blend that into a little bit of a reflection, perhaps. Of course I can do anything. Yeah. I think that'll just a reflection off them rocks there. See, that looks alright, doesn't it? Just that little mark. There, you can't even tell I've been there making a mess. Right, what time on? Oh, we're getting really late in it now. So let's get, I'll come up to that weird dark bit there. So that's dark against light. And then pop a bit of purple, bit of blue. Just come in there like that. I'll say on that one. Cross like that, some more of that brown. Something like that looks nice, doesn't it? There. Get the scraper again. Yeah, scraper on these top bits where all your highlights is going to be. There, look at that. Beautiful. Oh, I forgot to put a bit of white in there. Same again with this one. This is a bit further in, so it's like a bit of highlight around there. It's a bit of tad of that green and a bit of that brown mixed. See, comes some of that green at bottom there. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice. And again, scraper. Scrape some rocks in. There. Nice. Love that. That's sand. Yeah. Give your whole thing one more dry. get some more gouache. Nice bit of gouache. A bit more of this gouache. Straight from the tube. We'll have a bit in here. Bit of Watercolour in there, that looks right. Something like that. And a bit in there. Oh, a bit. Oh, I ought to have done that last really. So I probably won't stick my hand in it now. There's a bit there, and that bit there just carried on going a bit. A bit on that one there. Yeah, there are a couple of little ripples and waves around here. Let's have another dip in my gouache. Nice. Yeah, a couple of little waves around here there are. Stick some of them in, just don't, they're miles away, so you don't got to go mad. You know what I mean? You don't got to go mad, they're miles away. Just stick them in where they look nice, you know. Something like that, that's lovely. Yes. Right. So there's a nice natural bit of waterline just there and there, so I'll not interfere with that bit, but I'll just pop a bit in across, see if I can balance my finger on there. Across there like that, and that looks okay in a bit, and a bit of a whiter line across there. I could even smudge that a bit with my finger. Can I? No, I can't, it's not working, don't matter. Right, so that's that, and then I need some bods. Tell you what, I'll try and stick them in. I've got a smaller brush, put a smaller one. Some seagulls. So we'll stick, there's a lot of seagulls in this. It's, right, let's see, I'll put the closest ones in first. So there's one there. Do I need, I'm in two minds what to do now. Where's that other brush? That one. Let me get some, I think these closer ones are going to be white, the seagulls, so I'm going to have a big in here. Right, big in there. Another one there. That's it. And then I think let's just do one more in white and pop it just in there like that. That's a bodge that does. Not to worry, another one there, that's it. And then we'll go back to black. These in sky are silhouetted. Right, so we'll have one. Like that. They're all at different angles, you see. So, yeah, I'll make this one a bit bigger. And this one. It's just quite a few seagulls just flapping about at the minute. Right, I think what I'm going to do as well, take that dark colour, I think I'm going to come in here and just give that one a nice dark beak. A bit of it, let's say, I don't know, shall we say my sun's coming in from the left. So if I stick that in there, so let's, you know what, I'm going to have to dry that little bit, it's just blobbing in. That's it. So that distant one there, I'll get that a little bit dark under there as well. There. This one here. This one here, look. Oh, it's a bit of dark under there. And under there, this extra there. That's it. Nice. Something like that. That's that. bad, does it? A bit of the blue in it. That white's still wet. There, I think that looks nice at that. Lovely. Right, let's get, tell you what, let's have some of that jet black again. Just pop in a B and a D, a dirty D, there. There you are. Is that in position so you can see it there? That's better, isn't it? So, there, have a look at that. That's nice, isn't it? Right, I'll see the on, as we've painted the beach, I'll see the on beach.